jump in the back of the pickup truck and join us for a ride back to the good old days.
Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
A nostalgic podcast based on entertainment and memories from the 70s, 80s, and early 90s. Come with us and revisit the best time ever. So jump on your BMX bike, pop a heavy metal tape into your Walkman, and hang on tight while you go back to the past with us.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious, and don't call me Shirley.
Hello all. Welcome to Pastimes at 80s High. This is AJ. We're going to do a little sidecast tonight that we're going to try to incorporate into it, and that's going to be a Kiss-centric one because my brother and I are such big Kiss fans, and that's going to be called Preachers of the Night. And what we're going to do is we are going to start with Lick It Up tonight, and we are going to rank our songs from 10 to 1 in the order that we like them. I have my brother Mark here with me tonight to do this with me. How you doing tonight, brother?
I'm doing pretty good tonight, AJ. How you doing, man?
Not so bad. Excited about this. Very excited about it.
Yeah, me too. Me too. It's one of my favorite Kiss records.
Me too.
It's right there at the top.
Absolutely. One thing I love about it is, you know, you look at Creatures going into this, and we'll get talking about it more in depth as we do our songs, but just, you know, two of their heaviest albums, you know, back to back and just unbelievable. Lick It Up actually did better than Creatures. Creatures, you know, they couldn't get arrested, and
they couldn't.
But
or get rid of guitar picks. You know, they went over the crowd.
Exactly.
That's what Paul said, you know.
Yep, exactly. All right. So without further ado, let's start with you, brother. And we'll start at your number 10.
Okay. My number 10 is Gimme More. Paul Stanley wrote it. It's, I think, this last song on the first side. And I struggle with that song because it's so subtle. I can't figure out what the hell he's talking about. I can't do it. I mean, I think he's working at a Christmas craft fair or something, selling candy canes. Or is it possible, people, that maybe he's got a juice bar? So obviously, I'm being facetious.
Of course.
That is the most sexually explicit song without actually mentioning sex that I've ever heard in my life. And that's one of the things I really love about this record is it's in your face.
Absolutely.
It is absolutely in your face.
Of course. Sure is.
And, you know, Paul, he really likes girls. I mean, he loves girls.
Mm-hmm.
He's been saying that for years.
No matter what people out there say about it, right? Yep.
Right.
All right.
So that's my number 10. And he's got a good vocal on it, I think. It's very powerful, and it's a heavy song, like most of the songs on the record. So that's my take on Give Me Love, my number 10.
You mean Give Me More?
Did I say Give Me Love?
You sure did.
Give me some loving. Okay,
So,
sorry.
Well,
Sorry,
this will be that's all right. This will be nice and easy because at number 10, I have Give Me More. I don't know what it is. I just, you know, I love heavy Kiss. I do. I love fast Kiss. And we all know that during this time, a 4-minute song they played live in about a minute and a half.
What is it, Animalized that they did that, AJ?
They did it almost the whole non-makeup era. Up and through maybe Hot in the Shade or Revenge, they started toning it down a tiny bit. But
look at that. Right, look at that. They had a concert on. At that time, was it DVD or no? It was VHS.
VHS, live, Animalized, live uncensored.
And it was like, I think they could have done the whole concert in 25 minutes the way they were playing that night.
Without Paul's rants, right? and that was that was what I call fuck Paul. You know, meaning he had to swear left and right because it was the thing to do then.
Oh yeah, because after
But just to finish on Gimme More, I love Fast Kiss, but this song just never did it for me. I mean, if you look at Animalize and Creatures, you know, the album surrounding this, there's so many heavy, fast Kiss songs that Paul's, the lead vocalist on, and just they're friggin' amazing. And this one, I don't know, it just didn't do it for me. This one was written by Paul and Vinny for the record. And that's what I'll say about Gimme More. So that brings us to number 9, brother.
I had Dance All Over Your Face. Love the song. And what I'll say right now is it was hard to, I don't dislike any song. I'm not a big fan of Gimme More, as we just talked about, but I really don't dislike a song on the record. Dance All Over Your Face wasn't the heaviest guitar song on the record, but the just dance all over your face. I'm not going to use words that I'm not allowed to use, or I would not want to offend people.
Exactly.
But it was extremely, in your face, dance all over your face.
In your face, absolutely. Well, good.
You remember
Mark,
Al? Yep.
I don't mean to cut you off, but I'm gonna, because I don't know if anyone out there can tell that Mark and I are brothers, but my number 9 is Dance All Over Your Face. All right. Written by Gene and Vinny. And same thing.
You got to keep saying Vinny.
I do like when he kicks into the middle, no thigh-high boots, forbidden fruits, no satins and lace. But, and Dance All Over Your Face. Great lyric, great title, but, just a step above Gimme More for me. Or I should say way above, because I actually like the song. It's just goes to show you how much I love this album. But with that being said, that goes to number 8, Mark.
On the 8th Day.
All right.
And that song, if you ever heard some of the outtakes from that record, remember that, there was an outtake that we listened to in Mom and Dad's basement, and this song was actually a song that was a hybrid of Vinnie Vincent's Boys Are Gonna Rock. That's how it started, with that little, and then it went into On the 8th Day, but the chorus was Boys Are Gonna Rock.
Yep.
But it's a little bit of an anthem.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of an anthem. It's a good way to end the record.
Yeah.
It's a nice song. Not my favorite, but.
Agreed. And just to fill you all in out there who, I know you can't see, this is just audio. The reason Mark laughed at the beginning is because he saw on my face that my number 8 is on the 8th day. So I swear to all of you that we did not discuss this one bit before we
certainly
chose
did
these songs.
not. It is forbidden, verboten, to do that on our show here.
I love the riff in this song. I love it. Just the way it kicks in. And oddly, being the age I was, which was pretty young, thinking On the 8th Day just made me
12 years.
Yep, just made me think of On the 8th Day, God created it. My parents were very Christian at this point, talking about God often. I don't know, it kind of touched me in that way. But with that being said, Mark, let's go to your number 7 and see if we have the same choice.
Oh, God. Oh, my God. I do believe we're going to start having some different ones now, but I had the title track, Lick It Up.
Okay. Awesome. All right. So everyone knows we both have it because of Mark's laughter. So go ahead.
I didn't know you
first.
had it.
Well, sorry. You
But-
laughed.
Okay. So Lick It Up is a great, catchy song. It's great. It was a hit. They even did that in the reunion tour with Ace and Peter. It was an incredibly simple song to play. As a matter of fact, I was able to sing that song while playing guitar, which is something I've never had an easy time doing. And very catchy song. My biggest problem with it is there's no guitar solo. So that's my number. That's my number 7.
Yep, 7. All right. Well, my number 7 too is the title track, and
Sorry.
I know it's okay. It's okay. It's just comical to me. I definitely know we're going to have some differences ahead.
Oh, definitely.
But
Yeah,
it might not. It might not be the next one. Anyway,
It will be. It will be.
Okay, good. Well, anyway, as far as Lick It Up goes, it was a great song to catch the MTV crowd. Simple, hooky, definitely hooky with the
that was at
the
the beginning
lead
of
vocals.
MTV.
Yeah, the lead vocals and the guitar in it and the chorus, very, very hooky. The
Very
videos that they put out during that time, post-apocalyptic, and just pretty funny seeing them without makeup for the first time in those videos.
Even though it was only half the band.
Yep.
I mean, nobody cared what Vinny and Eric Carr looked like.
Yeah. Well, you'd be
Without
pretty
makeup.
shocked about how many people out there, when they saw that album, assumed that was Ace, meaning Vinny. But anyway, all right, let's go to number 6, Mark.
AJ, I apologize for this one because I know you love this song.
Okay.
It's a million to one.
Okay.
It's a song about a breakup. It's the only song on the record that's not in your face, really, I don't believe. And I used to listen to it because it reminded me of a breakup that I was going through at the time. A million to one. This girl's never going to find anyone like me. And as it turned out, for every one girlfriend I had, she had a million boyfriends. A million of them. Okay, I was like the best man she ever met. No.
Funny.
How come I could smell somebody else's breath every time I kissed her? Sorry.
It's okay, brother.
So
Anything
it
more
brings
you'd
back
like to
bad
say?
memories. Thank you very much.
Anything else you'd like to say about the song itself?
No.
All right. Well, I'm just happy, as low as you have that song, I'm happy that we have a difference in opinion here. So my number 6 is Young and Wasted. I love the song. Don't get me wrong. I love basically this whole album with the exception of Gimme More. I mean, I just love the album. I loved it when they did it live with Eric singing it. I should have let off with Gene and Vinny yet again. With the exception of one song, Vinny did not have a co-write on one of the songs so far, but it's a great groove, a great riff. It's nice and heavy. I love the song. It's just below the others for me, and that's all I got to say about it.
Okay.
So that's number 5 to you, Mark.
Fits like a glove.
Fits like a
Very,
glove.
very heavy song. Very, again, in your face, just sexual innuendo all over the place.
Yep.
Great solo. Just, what is that? I mean,
Oh, yeah. Great. And I'll just continue for you with my number 5, which is also Fits Like a Glove.
okay.
And,
I
just
drew a blank. Yeah.
it was
You-
pretty much in their live set the whole time where they were without, in the non-makeup years. Loved that midsection with When I Go Through Her. Great song. Love the ending of it. The outro. Thank you. The outro is great. All right. So number 4 to you, Mark. Let's see if we have a different one here.
This would be like the Creatures of the Night version of the first song, which would be Exciter. Great tune, heavy. Similar in the guitar styles, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
And Paul Stanley wants each and every one of you women out there to know that he is incredible in bed. You pray the night never ends. I mean, my God. He just goes and goes and goes. And you know what? If you had sex with so many women, at least as he claims, you'd be good in bed too. Okay?
All right. Well, might as well just continue with your rant because at number 4 is Exciter for me. Dear Lord, did we grow up together or what? Anyway, like Mark said, just like Creatures, kind of heavier, not heavy as far as this album goes, but as far as Paul goes, I love his vocal on this song. I love Vinny's solo on this song, but you don't, huh?
Unbelievable.
Okay.
Unbelievable.
Oh, okay. The way you were shaking.
No. I'm like, wow. that is so true. Is my point.
Agreed. I think it's a great opening track for the album. I can't think of a song on the album that would have been better for the opening, especially the way Paul had done it, so many times between this and, later on, all the way through Revenge, really. All right. Yeah. So number 3 to you.
All Hell's Breaking Loose.
All right.
It's this record is very dark. It's very dark. The music in the early 80s, I mean, you had bands like Accept coming out, and the music was changing a little bit. And that song kind of, especially if you watch the video, it just really represents that era very well. And it's like, you don't like how I'm living my life? I don't fucking care. Get out of my face. Just get the fuck out of here.
Exactly.
And the solo was incredible.
Thank you. Because that's what I was going to say. And I will say it, since my number 3 is All Hell's Breaking Loose. And I swear to you folks out there that I am not altering my list here, but this song, incredible, little bit of rap Kiss, but as far as that fucking solo goes, it's unreal. I don't know if it's the bridge in the middle, Mark. I'm not, an audiophile or musician, like a lot of people that hopefully will be listening to this cast down the road. But where it slows up at the end, they're doing the chorus with really out any music behind it, and before he kicks back in with "baby, baby, baby," But a great fucking song. With that being said, number 2 to you.
Well, I know you're not going to have the same one here. Young and Wasted.
All right.
See, I love this song. I think Gene's vocal on this song is incredible.
Mm-hmm. I love that song too, for the record. I just love it a little less than the others. So,
yeah, I mean, to me, this is their most in-your-face record, and this song represents that as well. And Vinny's solo on this, and you're getting a theme on that. Vinny wrote, how many songs did Vinny wrote on this?
Well, co-wrote, we should add, 8 of the 10 songs. Now, what sort of pattern are we seeing here, folks, between Creatures, Lick It Up, and Revenge?
Jeez, I can't figure. Yep. I don't know what you're talking about, AJ. I just can't see the.
Right. All right. Well, you're right. It's nice to not have the same here. And I really struggled with my 2 and 1, but my number 2, I went with Not for the Innocent. Total fucking badass battle axe Gene Simmons. Love the riff, love the song, love the lyrics, love the solo. There is not one part of this song that I don't fucking love. One thing I wanted to say just while we were talking about Vinny a minute ago, and that's that, you watched him live and get, pushed off the stage by Paul all the time. You can tell on this album how they really were like, all right, that's enough. Like, his solos, I mean, are very tasteful, which when he was live, he didn't play tasteful solos. And
he just went nuts.
He just, bumblebeat it. But man, it's like they must have held him back. But Not for the Innocent. Little special story about that too. Our late brother David did a version of it with a buddy, and I don't know. It made me love that song that much more. But anyway, that's my number 2. Great fucking song. It's way, way, way underrated. Should have been way bigger. Number 1 to you, Mark.
Well, it's obviously Not for the Innocent. And one thing that my biggest regret is they never played this song live, as you know.
Mm-hmm.
But this song is like, I mean, think of a team. This would have been a great a football team or something. This would have been a great song to play in the locker room.
Mm-hmm.
If I was Bill Belichick, I mean, that's not really a style, but you know what I mean?
Right.
Tan your hide, rip the flesh off your bone.
Spit the hangman in his face and hung him with his noose. Just fucking unbelievable lyrics. All right. Well, number 1 to me, which everyone knows, and that is A Million to One. Once again, Paul and Vinny co-write. This song to me was a no-brainer for a single. It's one of the, in my opinion, greatest vocals of Paul's career. Fucking incredible vocal, incredible song, and also an absolutely incredible solo. Such an underrated, underknown song. I can't even call it underrated. I just think it's so unknown. Like, I don't know. I think that if any other fucking band put this out there, that it would have been a hit. And there's lots of those throughout, Kiss's catalog. I feel the same way. Going forward, I know we'll talk about it down the road, but fucking Reason to Live, another ballad that, if somebody else. Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, that wraps it up. Thank you very much, Mark.
AJ, that was a lot of fun, man. I love that record. And
oh, man. Absolutely.
And I'd like to thank all the people for listening tonight. So that
of course,
was good.
Me too. Awesome, Mark. Well, thank you. Thank you, people, for listening to Preachers of the Night, the sidecast of Pastimes at 80s High. We'll talk to you real soon.
You've been listening to Pastimes at 80s High. Our passion is the nostalgia from the 70s, 80s, and early 90s. When times were more simple, times were more fun.
Hey, bud, let's party.
And we weren't stuck in our phones all day.
Inconceivable!
We hope you've enjoyed the show. If you did, make sure to like, rate, and review. We'll be back soon, but in the meantime, you can send an email to pastimes@80shigh@gmail.com and hit the website at pastimes@80shigh.com. See you next time.
We came, we saw, we kicked its ass.